hopped on YouTube, Victory Life Podcast 7603. You ever wear your glasses and feel like today, like you're not styling with your glasses, and some days you're like, today I'm styling. Today I'm not styling with my glasses, but it's okay. It's okay, folks. We're gonna be as good as we can be. Welcome, everybody. Long week, everyone. It's Friday. It's time for Ask Me Anything. Go ahead and start just filling up the chat with your questions. You can ask any question at all, and this is your chance, and I'm gonna answer your questions. So, welcome, everybody. So, I've been on this like new fitness routine while you guys are starting to load up your questions. I've been on this new fitness routine, and like today it's hit me that I'm gonna have to investigate my carb load, and I might have to load up with some carbs because I've been doing so good that today I'm like, okay, we're feeling a little off. We might need additional carbs. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to look into that tomorrow. I'm gonna have to like look into our carb levels. I mean, I know it was a little bit low, but I don't know. Tonight's gym was like kind of barely holding on. So, so with that, tomorrow she's gonna have to get some carbs in her life. We've got to get ourselves some carbs. Welcome, everybody. We're doing Ask Me Anything, which means you can ask me anything and all. So hop on in the chat. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Go ahead and start spamming the chat with all of your questions. And then I'm going to answer your questions. That's the whole plan. So welcome, everybody. And definitely like the stream, subscribe, all the good stuff. One of these days I'm gonna like actually take the opportunity to like buy a new couch, because it's like 20 years old kind of a couch. I mean, it looks fine, but it doesn't act fine. It acts like it's like 20 years old. It's not 20 years old, but actually it's really old. So now if I want to like actually sit up properly, I have to like sit up on a pillow. Otherwise I'm like, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Hello, folks. Hi, Shadow. Welcome. It's Ask Me Anything, so you guys can go ahead and pop your questions in the chat. It's time to ask me anything, so you guys can just fill the whole chat with all your questions, and I'll go through your questions one by one. It's Ask Me Anything, so everybody hop on in here. YouTube is full. It's Friday night. It's always full on Friday night. So everybody hop on in, start just flooding the chat with your questions. You can ask any question, and literally any question at all. You don't have to clean it up, just spit it out. If you've got a question for a female that you wanted to ask, this is your chance. So you can ask me personal questions. You can put your own questions in the chat. Whatever it is, pop it in there. I'm definitely good with your spiritual things and your health things, but I'll take your relationship questions and all those good things as well. So let's see. Oh, my first question came in the chat. First question comes from YouTube. First question is, am I single? Well, technically, yes. But I would say I have a person of interest. I will say that. I will say I have a person of interest and I'm no longer on the market. That's what I would say. So yeah, that's my answer for that. I don't have a boyfriend. I am single, but I have a person of interest and I'm not on the market. So that's my answer. Yay! It's been a while for me to get to that point, by the way. So like I just went through blocking so many people, so that's been a whole thing. Let me know if you guys have questions. Go ahead and pop your questions in the chat. Let me know. What are your questions? Thank you for the sub, Shadow. Thank you. Let me know if you guys have questions. Flood the chat with your questions, and I'm going to be taking your questions one at a time. I'm just going to scroll through, and I'm going to start taking your questions. So we're live on Victory Live Podcast 7603 on YouTube. So go ahead and start popping your questions in the chat. Someone said, "How can I pronounce your name so that I can call you mine?" That's cute. Yeah, on this, so they're looking at a different stream. They're looking at a different platform. So I've got kind of a funny name on that platform, and the last name is spelled like money. It's spelled like cash because that's my name from back in the world. But believe it or not, it's actually a play on words. So a lot of people don't know this. So I will tell you where the name comes from. The first name is Montana because it's not, I didn't name myself Montana. People name me that because my name is Hannah. And then because Hannah Montana came around, people started calling me Hannah Montana. And after a while, I used the name because I was doing dance choreography. So I just used the name. Then for my last name, like I needed to have like a last name on, social media. So I was thinking about like what would represent me well. By the way, y'all, we're doing Ask Me Anything. So pop all your questions in the chat. Just load the chat up with your questions and I'm gonna like go through them one at a time and answer all your questions. Also, be sure to like the stream and share it and subscribe. So the last name is Cash, like money. It represents several things. When I was growing up, Cash Money was a big deal. So it represents that. They're from New Orleans, and so am I. Cash, also at the time, don't forget, this is my like BC days before Christ days. So I was in the world, right? So also represents like at the time my mindset that I was about getting my money. So I was a hardworking girl, always going to get my money and traveling for work and all that. So I was always like working on my career and getting my money. So you can call me a boss babe if that's like a reformed boss babe, but now I'm a biblically feminine woman. So yeah, so it represents that. Finally, it represents being very suave because like when you put the little accent on it, it's like cachet, right? So it's very suave. But technically speaking, it also represents computer cache, CACHE. It represents computer cache. And that represents like how I think, which only my inner circle really would know, is that there are times where I remember the most random things and I don't really have the best memory, so it's not that, but there are times when I remember the most random things, and in saying that, yeah, I just remember random things, and so I cache it, and a lot of times I don't like actually like share what I've stored in my brain. So, let's say for instance, like someone is out here is my man, and I'm looking at their social media behavior, and I'm caching information. I'm caching data points on what their social media behavior is like. That's a common thing that I would do, anyways. So if I notice that they like a lot of photos of other women, I may not say anything. I might just cache that. If I notice that they post a lot of pictures with family, I might not say anything. I just cache the information. I'm caching data points to see different things. So, and eventually, the stored information that I have, eventually some question or concern or something will come up, and then I have data, and I use data to inform my next move. So if something comes up, and let's say the guy's acting all kind of weird. Let's say he's acting weird. I'm going to go into my stored information along with the current situation, and I'm going to fully assess everything. So my brain works like a computer. So if you're like, why does she have that last name? Mostly it's because of that last sentence. It's because my brain works like a computer and I'm caching things, and I'm not trying to. I just do it. I can't even help it. And I've always been like that since I was a kid. So yeah, that's where you get cash from. That was a good question. Y'all were doing Ask Me Anything, so I'm answering any question that you have, so you can just pop your questions in the chat. All right, I'm scrolling through, going to the next question. I'm going to the next question. Go ahead, keep popping your questions in the chat. Y'all let me know where you're watching from. Well, thank you for the follow. 55. Thank you. I'm scrolling. All right. Blessings, Melissa. Thank you for joining. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Okay. Bum. I don't get the question, Todd. I don't get the question. I don't know if you're whack for liking that particular person or group or event, because I'm not sure if it's a person, group, or event. I'm not familiar. So I can't tell you if you're whack for liking it, but I can say you're entitled to like what you like. Let's see. So Shadow, when you say YTR, what exactly do you mean? YouTuber, that's what I thought. Okay. Do I have a favorite YouTuber? Nope. Okay, you know what? My favorite YouTuber is AI Bible Testament. That's my favorite YouTuber. Go to AI Bible Testament and subscribe. That's a good YouTuber. That's my favorite. Oh, you're watching from California. Oh my God, it's still early where you are. It's not daylight, but it's like, it's like just after dinner or dinner time. So that's cool. Welcome. If you guys have questions, pop them in the chat. Let me know. Let me know if you guys have questions. Pop them in the chat. Let me know. Hi there. Welcome. Hey guys. Let's see if we have any other questions. Pop them in the chat if you guys have questions. Hi Della. Welcome. We're taking questions on anything. We're doing Ask Me Anything is what we're doing. So you can pop any question in the chat, literally any question at all, and I'm going to take your question. Let me know what you got. Hi Varsity. Welcome. So we're doing Ask Me Anything, everybody. We're popping our questions in the chat. Flood the chat with your questions. And then I'm going to take your questions one at a time. I'll take your questions. Welcome. We're doing Ask Me Anything. We're on Victory Life Podcast 7603 on YouTube. Oh, Adela's like, I like your room. It's such a vibe. Thank you. I like my room too. Although I feel like it gives me like, it's almost like the lighting makes me look extra moisturized. It makes me look extra moisturized. Like I feel like I should be doing facial massages. It's so greasy. Anywho, but welcome. Yeah, we're doing Ask Me Anything on Victory Life Podcast 7603. So go ahead and pop your questions in the chat. That's what we're doing right now. Let me know if you guys have questions. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we get any cool questions up in here. Let's see. And then maybe if it's a quiet night, it's just a quiet one. We'll have to see. Welcome, everybody. We're doing Ask Me Anything. So it's your chance to ask me literally anything. The first question, I guess the second question, or maybe it's the third. The next question comes from YouTube. This one says, where am I from? I'm from New Orleans. That's where I'm from. Welcome, everybody. We're doing Ask Me Anything on YouTube, Victory Life Podcast 7603. Let's see what you guys have for tonight. It's always interesting Let's see.